Russell Martin makes it 3 games undefeated in the Scottish Premiership, but I wish, and by God I pray, it was 3 wins. Welcome back to Big Stevie Cool. It's 3 draws. You know what? Let's talk about the positives. I said it'd be 2-1 St Mirren. It's 1-1. That's still a loss, right? I can laugh, I can joke. The reality, I want to cry, I want to greet. That's another. The league's gone. The league was over when we drew 1 each against Motherwell. That's the reality. And then look, they stepped up against Pilsen. Dundee happens. The league's not gone. 3-1-1 draws in a row, folks. Right? What's there to say? I know the crazy thing is we've played 3 games, and I can wholeheartedly say that we didn't deserve to win any of them. Dundee should have beat us, Motherwell should have beat us, and today St Mirren should have beat us. Now, to be fair, when we made it 1 each, did St Mirren's arse fold? Yes. But did they still create chances and still go forward towards the end of that game? Absolutely, but yeah, I mean, that's the damning indictment on this Russell Martin guy, man. We've played 3 games in the league, we've won none, we've drew 3, and we should have lost 3. And we've regressed. We've actually got worse since the first competitive game of the season against Panathinaikos at Ibrox. How's that happened, man? It honestly feels like with each training session we get, every training session, man, that he builds and he puts his team to get, every player he brings in and trains with gets worse. How is that? How is that actually possible? I would love to know. I mean, as for the 11, I mean, he played Asgard up top. I don't think Asgard. He's not a striker, but I don't think he was that bad. I mean, our issues go deeper than Tilo Asgard up top. Danilo is absolutely rank rotten. That just tells you everything you need to know about Danilo, right? He's playing a guy that's not a striker up front in place of Danilo. Max Aaron's absolutely disgusting, right? Honestly, I never thought I'd want Tav back in the team, but he makes a good case for it. And then Joe Rothwell, you know what, I'll hold my hands up. I said, this guy does the basics, right? He does it. He's a fat bastard. As Scott Steiner would say, he was gassed in that first half, man. 30 minutes into it, he was gassed. Every pass he made was lazy, lethargic. The guy is running around, beetroot red, pure beetroot, offers nothing. How is he an integral part a Leeds team that won the Championship last year, right? And yeah, the Championship's not the greatest league in the world, right? But people are like, oh, Martin's brought these guys in who are slow, lethargic, and they have no energy and physicality about them. I refuse to believe that Joe Rothwell last year in a Leeds midfield that walked the Championship, right, which is a decent league, was playing the exact same way he was playing the day, and he's done so far this season. There's no way, man. It has to be an imposter, because I don't even know what's going on there. And apparently he's on one of the highest wages at the club. That is downright disgusting. But as for the manager, before we actually get into the game, I wanted him sacked weeks ago, so nothing's changed. He can't survive this, but he will survive. I mean, Chris Sutton and Boyd are talking before the game it doesn't look good on the 49ers if they sack him. I agree it doesn't, because they backed this guy, they've put a lot of money into this guy, and it doesn't look good if you're sacking your first appointment as owners literally the first month into the season. Doesn't look good. But you know what looks worse? Keeping the guy and not being able to win a game of football. Right? Look at the next 4 games. Club Brugge, no chance. Celtic, no chance, because for some reason there's this myth that we turn up against Celtic. Last couple of games we have, what about before that? I mean, Baldy Beale was fucking running, man, because he couldn't buy a win against them, apart from that 3-0. What else were we going to say? We get Hibs and Hearts at home. I think we're going to beat Hibs and Hearts. Not a chance in it. And then I'm pretty sure the games after that are away to Livy and away to Falkirk. Oh, yeah, because we'll win them. We'll win them, won't we? No, we won't. This team... I mean, I think Falkirk might suit us with how open they are. And then you've got to factor in the Europa League games. Key words, Europa League. Don't be fucking Champions League. Nothing champions about this team. Diddy League. Diddy, man. Pathetic. Here's Joe Rothwell. What's he talking about? What he's going to eat tonight is Big Mac. He's a fat bastard. Fuck him. He's pish. And as for Russell Martin, vegan twat, he deserves to get the shitest plate of mince forced down his throat for what he's done to us so far this season, because it's no right. It's fucking no right anyway. Ant-Man, let's get into it. He makes a wee solo run, forces a wee save for Georgie boy. It was pish. Who am I trying to kid? This is literally all we did in the first half, man. Apart from Cameron having a shot that fired over the top. St Mirren had a couple of corners. I think John Souttar lost the ball. Might have been John. Might have been that prick next to him. I don't know. One of them loses it. St Mirren hit the counter attack. Phillips has a snapshot. Bit poor for him, but good play for St Mirren. And it's tragic. You know, these St Mirren guys are on a couple of grand a week, if that. And they are showing us how to play football. It's ridiculous, man. And it's funny because the likes of St Mirren, the likes of Motherwell, etc., they get called like hammer throwers, right? And all this, they don't know how to play football. Neither do we. We've spent 20 odd million on top of a squad that's already worth like 100 million. And look at the state of our team. We honestly, it's tragic. Like I said, Cameron fired over, should score, doesn't. Mandron hits the side net, and they make it 1-0. Fernandez, 3.5 million down the Swanee. This guy's rank rotten. What is there to say? Just completely lets Ayun get off him. We can blame Souttar here, and I will blame Souttar to a degree, but when Ayunga's getting like a 3-yard head start on John Souttar, I mean, what chances John Souttar got? He's got a literal retard beside him. No word of a lie. Fernandez is brutal, man. Ridiculous. Why we would bring in Fernandez and no just play Clinton and Salah baffles me, because Fernandez looks every bit just as bad as and look at, like, I'm watching that goal there, man. Fernandez is just jogging back like he couldn't give a shit. He is pish. Oh, but it's alright because he scored a shitey header against Alba. Aye. Anyway, moving on. Rothwell, this guy was brutal. He lost it. Bacchus almost scored, and then he hit this like 40-yard pass across the pitch, and it almost went out. Apart from, I think Ant-Man did keep it in, and Neil McCann's like, this guy after 40 minutes done, and the camera panned to him, and he's beetroot red. He just sucking wind, man. It's just like, what? How after 40 minutes are you so done, son? It makes Joe Rothwell. I don't know. 30. Get a birth certificate check on this guy. He looked about 40 out there. Unacceptable. Asgard then has a shot cleared off the line. Good save for George. They have a bunch of St Mirren have a bunch of corners. Mandron has a shot blocked. That takes us to half time. You're thinking, right, make a few substitutions. You see Danilo warming up, and it's like, well, the game's gone then, isn't it? I mean, because I can't believe we've spent 6 million on him. 6 million on an absolute mongoloid. Nothing more, nothing less. Begin the second half. Didn't really take that many notes for the second half, but St Mirren dominating, man. Corners, physicality. We've played Dundee, St Mirren and Motherwell, and they'll all be scratching their heads wondering how they've no picked up 3 points. And that, I mean, how can a Rangers manager survive that? I'm sick of repeating the same old pish, man. You know, see, as much as we want to win league titles, right? We can, I can at least accept, right? Me on my own, I can accept if we didn't win the league title this year, but if we took Celtic close in it, you know, and we actually stepped up to task, and they just beat us, you know, at the end, cut like 2 games to go or something, they win the league by like 3 points, I'd be like, you know what, it's a rebuilding, I can accept. We are 6 points behind, drawing 3 games after 3 games. They're in a meltdown because they drew a game against some team in the Champions League, which let's be honest, they're probably going to win on Tuesday and get into it. And we've drew 3 games, and it's just I don't know where to go, man. It's like all Russell Martin had to do was win these 3 games, and the pressure would be amped up on them. But the league's done. The league is done. If Russell Martin, right, doesn't get sacked this season and he's still here in May, this team won't finish second. You heard it here first, because you could not just keep on dropping points like this. And I don't even want to listen to his press conference, man. I don't want to hear the shite he's going to serve us up. I don't want to hear it. Asgard has a shot dragged wide. Ball gets played into Gogic. Almost scores, quite similar to his Hearts goal. Knocked them at the cup. Finlay Curtis gets brought on. Why did this wee man get dropped? I'll never know. Russell Martin deserves dropped, I'll tell you that for free. Great goal. I say great goal. It takes a couple of deflections, but you know what? It looked like a decent shot anyway. It looked like it could have went in without the deflections, but here, I'll take the deflections. It went in. Then straight after it, man, he's doing the right hand side, and he just fizzes a ball, man, and George tips it over, and you're like, that is what this team's missing. A bit of directness. Tav then gets a shot away. I actually think this is creeping in at the bottom right hand corner, but Danilo chests it right into the path of Georgie, and I'm sitting there thinking, you prick, you literally can't do anything right, man. You are shite. And it rubbed me the wrong way on Tuesday, because I think it was Danilo's first goal since January, and after the match they were hyping up, and he's sitting there smiling away like, oh yeah, first goal since January, I'm buzzing. We lost 3-1, you mongoloid. What are you buzzing for? You scored a tap-in for 2 yards out. Well done to you, Danilo. And then Gogic, he has a shot saved at the end. I mean, then it goes back and forth. Raskin losing the ball, then he's running back, loses the ball. A couple of cheap free kicks here and there, and then the full-time whistle. That's a shite whistle. Depressed, can't even do a whistle. And then the chorus of boos ring out, and I can't blame anyone, man. It's soul destroyed. What is there to say? I predicted it would lose, and we should have lost, and we didn't. But am I supposed to take anything for a draw? A draw is a loss. How can you sit here and not want Russell Martin out of this football club? The guy's out of his depth. Oh, I can't follow the traditions. I can't wear the suit and the tie because I sweat a bit. Well, he should be fucking sweating right here, right now, because his position's under threat, man. Personally, right, like I said in the previous video, I couldn't give a shit if the guy wore a bin bag. See if he was delivering league titles, man. Go ahead. Go fuck wear whatever you want, right? But no, the guy's got 3 points out of 9, and he just rubs me the wrong way, the guy. Anyway, we're done. There'll be more Fallout and Fog football. I'm sorry if this wasn't the best match for you, but it's soul destroying. What is there to say? You know, it's not even... See, like last year, I know there's still 2 cups to play for, right? But it's August, and it's like that Jack Jarvis clip for Still Game. He's like, I get my hopes up, and then they just let me down. It's just like, I get all depressed, and it's just, the 49ers, they took over. We've actually spent a lot of money on some players that I actually think are decent. I think there's a lot of decent players we've signed, but what is there to say? If you don't laugh about it, you'll cry. But it's unacceptable, man. He has to go. How can you even defend the guy? What can he possibly... See if I hear that vegan bastard turn around and say, right, after this game, there was a good response at half time, I'll lose the head. Because how many times can you keep having good responses at half time? And no another thing, doesn't even feel like this is Russell Martin. It feels like Philippe Clement is in the dugout there. It feels like the Belgian waffle is sitting there getting cooked on the touchline in Paisley. It's disgraceful, absolutely disgraceful. But yeah, Russell Martin needs to go. I'm not going to ever change he can't turn it around. He cannot turn it around. It's crazy. He could go and beat Celtic and Club Brugge 5-0 on the bounce. The damage has been done. Man. But yeah, he's not going to get sacked anytime soon, in my opinion. I think even if he gets scudded against Bruges and loses against Celtic, he won't get sacked. The board they've dug in. I think they've dug in, and I kind of agree that it is them admitting they're wrong, but we'll have to wait and see. The 49ers have got a lot of money. Are they willing to pull the plug so early? And I haven't even touched. We're 7th in the league. Man. 1 point above Stephen Presley. That guy. We're 1 point above him. I don't even know. I think we're level on points with Motherwell, and I'm done. No way, man. Check out Fog Football. See that guy on the screen right now. You see Stephen Robinson. People stick their nose up. He would be doing 1,000,000 times better than that walloper we've got in charge right now. Bring Barry back. Bring the new Orange Order back, man. Bring them back. You know what? I shot them down last year. I'd take them at this stage of the game, man. Too sweet. Because everything about this is shite. Anyway, till next time. Peace.